Hi, welcome to another episode of Hot Takes. It's been revealed that the SNP has basically written off £121 million of falsely and fraudulently claimed benefits. Now, there is a quango because they can't do anything themselves. They have to get others to do it. It's called Social Security Scotland. But they're not even bothering to detect any fraudulent payments, or if they do somehow manage to find them, they don't go chasing them up. You have to ask why. Now, the government's been accused of turning a blind eye to this, failing to investigate, and it's a lot of money that could have been spent elsewhere, or at least directed to those who desperately need it, as opposed to those who are stealing from the taxpayer. Certainly, 121 million might have hired a couple of doctors, perhaps, who knows. But figures obtained by the Scottish Tories, and even then they had to go through Freedom of Information Act, showed that Social Security Scotland reported just 2 cases of benefit fraud in 23-24 and 12 in 24-25. The system is much more relaxed, of course, than anywhere else in the world because nobody really cares. There's no accountability. And yet this is huge amounts of money being stolen from the taxpayer. Now, this illegality comes despite nearly 2 million payments being made by the Scottish Welfare Quango in relation to the adult disability payment and the Scottish child payment and the funeral support payment in that time. And this was after Scotland were told, don't take benefits. They wanted them. They said, don't, it's too complex for you. No, it isn't. We can deal with it. And it turns out it is. People aren't getting paid the right amount of money. They're getting paid late or not at all. The costs have ballooned. They're employing far more people relatively in Scotland to deal with it than they were in England because everything is to do with the advantages of scale. And they were told this will happen. No, we want more power. We want that. If they take more responsibilities, it means we've got more power, which means it's easier to become an independent nation. No, it isn't, because everything you take and you do, you bollocks it up, and people just look at you and go, nope. We don't trust you running this country. Look at the mess you're making of, and then insert whatever it is that they're making a mess of. But they won't learn, will they? So 121 million, up the Swanney, never to be seen again. And the SNP don't give a flying monkeys. Bye.